that is glucose. So, we were discussing about the topic hydrocarbon and its compounds, and it is taught in grade 10 in Nepal SE board, secondary examination board. So, in last topic we discussed about materials used in daily life, but this was missing, that is glucose was missing. So, why not to discuss about glucose today? Okay. So, what is given here? Glucose. Here I have mentioned glucose, G-L-U-K-O-S, glucose. So, why is it mentioned G-L-U-K-O-S? It is derived from Latin word glucose. Its meaning is sweet. So, glucose in is sweet in taste, okay, glucose sweet. And glucose is obtained from carbohydrates. There are different type of carbohydrates: lactose, maltose, sucrose, fructose, cellulose, etc. And actually, these carbohydrates can be categorized into two groups. What are they? Monosaccharides and disaccharides. Mono, simple, and di, complex. If simple sugar, it is called monosaccharide. If complex, it is called disaccharides. So, glucose is monosaccharide, it is simple sugar. I have mentioned here crystalline form. So, glucose is found in crystalline form. During summer season, I think its use is more. It is added to water and drunk. Why? To get the energy. Glucose is also called dextrose or hexose because there are 6 carbons in hexagonal form, or blood sugar. It is found in our blood as well. When we eat the food that is rich in carbohydrate, it is digested by different enzymes and that is converted to glucose in simple sugar, and it circulates throughout our body. Students, what is given here? Glucose is manufactured by green plants during photosynthesis. How? That is CO2 plus H2O, sunlight, and here chlorophyll. C6 H12O6 plus O2, oxygen is given out. So, this C6 H12O6, it is the molecular formula of glucose, molecular formula of glucose. And structural formula, arrangement of atoms are like this: C, 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 here is O, C, CH2OH, here H, OH, H, OH, H, OH, H, OH, it is like this. And when the blood sugar reaches in cells and tissues, respiration takes place. During respiration, glucose C6H12O6 bonds in presence of oxygen and produces carbon dioxide, water, and energy. That energy is stored in the form of ATP. In the form of ATP. What is the full form of ATP? Adenosine or adenosine triphosphate. It is stored in mitochondria. You have studied. Mitochondria is one of the most important cell organelle. And students, glucose is manufactured by green plants, but in market also we can get glucose, no? That is not manufactured by green plants, because green plants they use it for their purposes and stored in their food, and it can be obtained by hydrolysis of carbohydrates. So, when OH groups are added to these complex carbohydrates, then we can get simple sugar, which is glucose. Okay. So, here is this molecular structural formula, or it can be written in this way also: C, 5C, and here CH2OH, HCOH, like HCO, HCOH, OHCH, HCOH, HCOH, CH2OH. It's given C6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. H12, 2 plus 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oxygen 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C6, H12, O6. Structural formula, molecular formula, simple way to remember. We are discussing about glucose. Students, here are given the uses of glucose. Where is glucose used? Number 1, source of energy. When glucose is taken, it burns in cells and tissues during respiration and produces large amount of energy. So, source of energy is glucose. Number 2nd one is, it is used as sweetening agent to make the goods sweet. Where? In confectionery, where the chocolates are made, in beverages. This is not the time to drink, means this is not the time to drink, means during winter season we don't drink Coca-Cola, Fanta, Mirinda, because it's very cold, no? But during summer season a lot, that contains glucose. And glucose is essential for regulation of metabolic activities. Metabolic activities means those physiological activities which occur inside our body. Digestion, respiration, these are metabolic activities where glucose is essential. Okay, students, now finally what to discuss? Harmful effects of glucose. Listen, normal glucose level in our body is helpful. There is no problem. But if the glucose level is more, that is called hyperglycemia. What is it called? Hyperglycemia. If amount of glucose is more in our blood, it is hyperglycemia. If amount of glucose is less, it is called hypoglycemia. Hyperglycemia, the condition at which the amount of sugar is more in our blood, and hypo means less. So, both conditions are dangerous to us. Harmful effects: high sugar level, that is called hyperglycemia. If the sugar level is more in our blood, at that time we suffer from diabetes, hypertension, depression, and swollen of body parts. Some parts of our body gets swollen. That's why we have to be careful while eating the food. We must not eat the food that contains more carbohydrate. Actually, from carbohydrate it is obtained. Next one, low sugar level. It means we should not take more sugar. We have to, but normal. If there is less sugar level or sugar in our blood, then confusion, dizziness, means fall very weak and have some problems. Restless night, you will not be able to sleep at night. Sweating, produce more sweats. Vision problems, not able to see clearly. Next, blurred speech. You are unclear, that is blurred speech. Okay. So, dear students, in today's class we discuss about glucose. Please Remember these things, and in next class I will be giving you the clear cut portion of some materials used in daily life.